Rich Ortiz here with the Fighter's Voice, the only voice that matters. I'm here with San Jose's own El Tiburon, Andy Venceses. We're here in Lemoore, California. Press conference just wrapped up. We're going to talk about Sunday, February 10th, his fight and how he's growing and waiting for that opportunity and coming back a little layoff due to injury, but that injury was a blessing in disguise because now the doors are pouring open. Enough said. I'm going to let Andy tell you about it. First of all, welcome to the show, my man.
Thank you, Rich. Thanks for having me.
You know, it's always a pleasure talking to you because you're a straight shooter. You're always telling us, you don't avoid questions. You always tell us exactly what's going on. Talk to us about your opponent. And we talked roughly, and you said he's a very tough, he's from Russia?
Right, correct. I'm fighting a guy named Dardan Zanunja. He's from Russia. His record's very deceiving. He's 14 wins, 5 losses. But this is a guy who's headlined on ESPN on Golden Boy Promotions fights. So he's coming straight through the front door, and he's going to be in my face all night. And I think that's why this match was made with me, because Top Rank wants to see how I deal with this pressure of someone just coming at me nonstop. So this is going to be a great fight coming off of surgery. You know, I've been out of the ring as of today, 215 days. So I'm just very anxious, eager, and excited, and I know what I have to do that night.
You know, I got to ask you this because I'm looking at that hardware you got across your shoulder. Now, will that belt be up for stake, or do we got to wait for the sanctioning bodies and the who's who to put that up in stake? And will you be defending it? And when can we see you in San Jose?
Yeah, so this Sunday, the belt won't be at stake only because I'm coming off an injury, and this is kind of a fight to get me back in there. The next fight after this is going to be big. The next fight after this, there's a lot of names that are floating around, and you know, the 130-pound division has a big threat coming their way. You know, it's always one thing or another bumping into my way, but I've never stopped. I'm pushing forward, and I'm continuing to swim through these waters, and here I am about to hit deep water. So the fights after this are going to be better. But no, the belt won't be at stake, but my record will, and that's what matters a lot to me.
You know, I noticed that you're going to be coming in with some purple. You'll give me back because of the cause, fighting cancer. And I've said it numerous times. You have the luxury, once the bell rings, your fight is over. But for those that are fighting cancer, they continue to fight. The weary hours in their sleep as they wake up. And tell us what this whole event means to you, not just as a champion, as an undefeated fighter, as you're looking for your own opportunity to compete and win a world title, but also those real fighters out there that are fighting for life.
Yeah, Rich. Well, like you said, man, it gets a lot deeper than just, you know, the fights that we fight in boxing and the fights they fight outside of their lives every day. Unfortunately, sometimes it's not every day, and the day comes where that's it. They can't fight no more. So it's, you know, pretty deep just because I visited my manager, Herb Stone, who, you know, they had a medical checkup and cancer was all over his stomach, all over his body. And he pretty much got a call saying, you got max of a month to live, maybe if that. So, you know, from that point on, his fight was just staying in contact with the ones he loved the most before leaving this world. But the fight's big, the disease is bigger, and it's, you know, fighting Sunday night, I'll definitely be representing Herb Stone. I have an outfit specifically made for him, and he'll definitely be in the corner that night. But this is huge. This is huge. It's a huge event for people who are related or know someone who's actually suffered or even passed away from cancer. So it's pretty deep.
You know, I know that means a lot to you because you've always shown class and remembrance of Herb Stone. Actually, I was talking to Lee Samuels, and your name was brought up. We had the show, and he was talking about Herb Stone, kept talking about your connection that you had, and he wanted to ask, you know, how is he doing now and how is he doing, but he kind of answered his own question when he said he's always giving tribute, he's always showing class act in what you do in remembrance. And I want to ask you this, and it's way ahead, but I was just thinking about this personally. What's it going to feel like when they put that world title around your waist and knowing that you were prophesied by him? He had told you, he said, you are going to be a world champion. What does that mean to you?
Hold on, let me read you something on my phone that I actually, you know, talking like you're saying, thinking ahead. It's funny because I haven't shared this with no one, but I just wrote something. I wrote something down just because it was something that I wanted to say. Like, you know, when I have that world title. Yeah. But like they say, you know, we're just listening to something about, like, you know, success stories, like how to be a successful person. On my way over here, I like listening to little podcasts, stuff like that. And like something they said on it was believe and succeed. Like, you have to believe and see it. Like, and that's the difference with me with other people is I believe, I surround myself, and I work hard every day and wake up every morning towards that goal. Not only do I see myself becoming a world champion, I've already envisioned it. I've already seen that world title around my waist. So, like I said, life's always going to be thrown at you. I had the surgery, but it wasn't over. It just showed me that it wasn't my time. Maybe it wasn't my time. Maybe God's saying I got to fight for it later, which is fine. You, as long as you're willing to accept that. But I wrote this message to myself.
I'll tell you what. Why don't
Go
I
ahead.
hold the belt and you hold the mic?
Okay.
There you go. That's an even exchange. You may not get the belt.
All right. Yeah, I wrote this message. And, you know, it's not even long, but I wouldn't even be able to say this on TV just because it's just a little long.
Well, you have the platform.
But I wrote this message because it's something I wanted to say, you know, when I get the world title, or kind of get the point across.
Yeah.
I am a world champion. I have finally secured a dream, a goal I've had as a kid since joining the San Jose Pal Boxing Club. So many fighters take thousands and thousands of punches to get to this point and be robbed and put on the back of the line on that long list. Us fighters risk our health, our time, our sacrifice, and our family to make this dream come true. To prove to ourselves, for many reasons, why we deserve to be a world champion and to get our families out of the position we're in. Many fighters have lost when getting to this point and never end up coming back. It happens. I'm just grateful it all worked out. In life, sometimes you never get a fair shake. As an amateur fighter, I always wanted to make the Olympics and represent this country to secure my legacy and my future. But I always got an unfair shake and close decisions. It was unfair to me all along, with all the fighters who deserve victories as amateurs but got robbed. It's boxing, it happens. I'm just very proud of myself that I never gave up on my dream, that I believed in myself more than anybody else, and that I had a team and family that believed in me as well. When I get this world championship title, it'll go out to everyone in life to never give up or settle for less. No matter how many times you fail, never give up on your dreams. And just because you've hit rock bottom doesn't mean you can stay there. Get up and fight like a champion till you make it. Thanks to my mom and dad for always being next to me and for always being one of the best, and for my dad specifically for being one of the best fathers anybody can have. And I love you, Dad.
There it is there, man.
Yeah.
I mean, that's class act right there.
So that world title's coming soon.
It
Might
is.
not be now, but it's gonna come. Yeah, it's already there. It's just a moment of time now, you know. But no one's gonna stop me. Nothing in life, no obstacles are gonna stop me. It's just gonna happen because it's something that I've written down since turning pro and have woke up and worked hard to every single day. When you write down or think of something you want to do and work for it every single day, like, there's no way it's not gonna happen. It's gonna happen.
You know, I had a whole list of questions for you, man, but after that right there, I mean, that's class act, man. I don't want to follow that at all. It even threw me back because I was just got caught up listening, and I'm holding the mic and you're talking. And that was very deep. Those are your thoughts, and that's something that you should put on your documentary. Prophesy that word, read it over again. Hey, I'm here with El Tiburon, Andy Vence's. Thumbs up for Richie.